Hi all, welcome back to another episode of Campton Racing TV. Looking back at last week's runners, we actually had a quiet week with just a few runners. The main one being Lighter Boom running third at Doomben.
Yeah, probably should have nearly won. Didn't get much luck at a vital stage when he was looking to build his revs. Little horse that you have to wind the engine up a bit to get him going. I would have liked maybe if he just sort of set off the speed a little bit more and got to the outside and lean free, run home freely. He's now gone for a break, a much well-deserved break. He's shown us now that he's a definite Saturday horse and he's going to win plenty more races. He's been great for us this preparation. As we said a couple of weeks ago, he's quickly become one of our favourite horses. He shows up, does his job, beautiful horse. Gave him a pick on Sunday morning. He was pretty bright and alert and just pulls up pretty good after his. But he definitely deserves that break now. He's had a long hard prep and give him a break now. Hopefully when we get him back there'll be more wet weather tracks as he does love that. And he may run 1,400 metres in time, but I'm probably just not sold on that yet, as I like just those hard run tempos where he can get back and he can run on strongly.
And then looking forward to this week's runners, we start on Friday night at the Sunshine Coast with the 2-year-old Gregorius.
Yeah, he's a nice horse. It was obviously too short first up at 800 metres. He's going to be a horse that's better over 12-14 the mile as a 3-year-old, but I wouldn't be shocked if he goes up big odds tomorrow night and he runs a big race. He's got to need a little bit of luck from barrier 10, but Mark Duplessis riding him. He's riding well. Still in two minds, haven't really got stuck into the form yet, as I think he is a horse that can ping the gates, and if he does, I reckon if he could dictate or sit outside the leader, I reckon you could build his revs and he'd run a big race. But if he does get back, I still reckon he'll run on strongly late. He's a nice horse moving forward. Probably now he just needs to get the family jewels cut out and he can come back a bit of a lighter horse next preparation. He's big, heavy for a 2-year-old, but he'll furnish into a very nice 3-year-old.
Then you've also got Silver Warrior over the 1600. He is dual accepted at the Sunshine Coast and at the Gold Coast on the Poly on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm still in two minds. Just see how this race pans out tonight and tomorrow morning if many come out of it. If not, I'll run him on Saturday here at the Poly Truck at Gold Coast. Drawn 1, Noel Culler will ride him on Saturday, or tomorrow Carl Zechner will ride him. Carl's had a great association with him, done a lot of work with this horse. He's working well. He's had a bit of a mixed preparation where he's meant to go to races that have been called off, and he was meant to go to Bow Desert last week. They said it was a heavy track, it was a beautiful soft, so it was a bit. He's just had that little bit of a hard preparation where things just haven't gone to plan just yet. But he's a horse that's going to win races. He's a nice, big, strong animal, and I'm happy the way he's going.
Seeing him around the stables, I'd definitely say he was ready to go. He's a beautiful type and looks well.
Yeah, we haven't obviously had much to do with many South African horses, but attitude and looks-wise, he's got it all.
For sure. And then on Saturday at the Gold Coast on the Poly, you've also got Mo Philo, but again, he's duly accepted at the Gold Coast and Lismore as well.
Yeah, probably run him on the grass at Lismore if it dries out a bit. That track, he's raced there before, but it was a heavy track that day. He just didn't suit. Looked like he was going to go bang, but just sort of his little pony feet just didn't get through the heavy going. I think if he can get back to Lismore on a good track, he'll be very, very hard to beat. Fresh, well, very full of himself at the moment, the little fella.
And then we also go to Eagle Farm on Saturday with Charge On, and he's going to step up to the 1600. Obviously, it's the distance he wanted to get him to before he goes out for a well-deserved break.
Yep, definitely. There's a couple of people telling me he won't run 1600. I will be very shocked if he doesn't. They obviously haven't watched his runs in Hong Kong where one day he sat 5 wide and got beaten a lip over the mile. He more or less went 2400 that day. He's a horse that I reckon could easily run 2000. He's a bomb-proof animal. We just need a perfect ride from James Orman to time it perfectly, get to the front with about 20 metres to go, and we're happy as Larry will win the race.
And he has barrier 13 as well, so it's definitely not going to be an easy feat.
No, we'll just ride him the way he likes to be ridden. That's that little bit cold. If he's 3 wide with cover, there, so be it. But it wouldn't shock me. Jimmy's had the ride on him once now. I reckon he won't make the same mistake twice. He's a brilliant jockey, and I reckon it wouldn't shock me if he was a little bit closer as well. It's maybe in midfield, one off, and if we can time the run perfectly, he'll be picking him up. He's feeling well, and probably the same with him. It's probably his last run this preparation. If he gets the mile, which I think he will, we've got plenty of races to pick and choose from next preparation.
And then on to early next week, we'll head out to Warwick with a couple of runners, most likely on Tuesday. Marley Doom will be second up.
Yep. She's going to be really hard to beat. Just wanted to draw a barrier. I thought if she went to Lismore on Saturday, she'd be a near good thing. 1200. She'll be charging on late. She's very bright, the horse this morning. She's feeling well and she's come on a lot. She's tightened up since that first up run. Just want to get her that maiden win, give her that bit of confidence. Once she gets that, she's going to win a few more races and got another one new under the stable.
Yeah, In the Blink she was actually purchased by her owners on an online English digital sale, and they contacted you to train her, which is awesome.
Great to deal with. Rang me and asked me if I wanted to take her. I remember the horse when she was at Chrissy Leeser. She won one day down at the Beaumont, Newcastle, like a really nice horse. She may be a horse that wants rain-affected ground, but she hasn't...
Looking at her form, you would say that.
Yeah, obviously looking at form, but since joining our team, I can't fault her. Lovely, big, strong animal. Done everything right, looks well. She's had 2 little jump outs. I think 2 little jump outs have been very good, and she worked behind a pretty good horse the other morning of Toby Evans in one of the jump outs, and I thought she stuck on pretty well behind it. So I think if she draws a gate in the 1200 metres at Warwick, I think she'll be very hard to beat.
And after looking at them runners, what's your best for the weekend?
I'm going to stick with Chargy. I'm going to stick loyal to him. He's going to stick his head out at the right time, and he'll get it done.
Pressure's on Jim.
He looks incredibly well. If he gets beat, he gets beat. That's how it is. But I know he's got the ability to beat these horses, and hopefully, he can stick his head out at the right time and add another win next to his name.
And it's a little bit of a sad day for our stable as Allion is heading back to Sweden today. Obviously, he's been a big part of our team for the last 4 months, so there'll be a little hole left when he goes, that's for sure. Yeah,
I'll be missing his smiling little face every morning. You come down and he's got a coffee in his hand, talking complete nonsense most of the time about anything and everything. But a beautiful person, really going to miss him. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting him back in maybe September. But he's doing the right thing. He's going home to see his little boy, and he's going to be missed.
So we thought it'd be a nice way to end the show to hear from Allion before he heads off tonight.
Yep, we'll get him on and ask him a few questions. He comes across very shy, but he's not. So we'll try and get some good ones out of him. You see here.
Okay, we need to train before, no?
Eh?
We need to train before the start.
No, you're right. We'll just get straight into it. So we're going to ask you a few questions about your time in Australia, and then we might get some photos up and see you can tell us what these are. This is Racing Australia. How have you found your time in Australia?
Okay, you ready to start? Yeah, okay, you can try.
How have you found your time in Australia? You came like 4 months ago now. You were only going to stay 3 months.
Yes.
And then we had to do your visa again. You were going to stay a little bit longer, and now you'll go back home, see a little fella back in Sweden, and then maybe come back.
Yes, that's my plan. So,
what's been your favourite part about Australia?
The weather is good, of course, no? And I love go to the beach. So.
What do you like about the beach?
Yeah. Good weather, no?
Yeah, good weather.
Yeah.
Who's been your favourite horse to ride while you've been in Australia?
Oh, definitely Deepo.
Deepo?
Yeah. Definitely.
Is he going to be the one you miss the most? You rode him this morning. I'll put some footage up of him on Deepo for the last time.
I'm gonna miss all the horses now, but definitely he's the one.
Yeah, I know. Obviously the owners are going to miss you riding him too. Lighter Boom, you had a good association with, and Charge On, it would have been great to see you ride Charge On again this weekend, and obviously last weekend, but you're suspended. He's been a good horse to you too.
Yeah, of course, Lighter Boom. It's like my first win.
Yep.
Definitely, I'm never gonna forget his name too.
There's a bit of a weight off the shoulders that day.
Yeah.
Looking forward, we're trying to maybe get you back, hopefully in September, and we can then try and get you to stay here for a bit longer.
Yes.
That's the plan at the moment.
Yeah.
Now tell everyone a bit about your background. When did you first start riding?
Yeah, I started riding in Brazil now, and after 3 years I moved to Sweden.
Yep.
And I've been there for 16 years.
Yes. And you rode in America, Dubai,
Yeah, I've been around Dubai, America, Singapore,
now Australia.
Australia now.
How does Australian racing rank to everywhere else in the world?
I believe he's much more.
Competitive.
I find more difficult how to ride. The pace, so much tactical.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, so it's so different. I can see it's much more hard for me ride the heat compared to other place.
Going back to Sweden now, do you think you'll go back to Sweden a better jockey?
I think so. I hope so. And yeah, I'm sure because I learned something here.
When do you start riding again back in Sweden?
When gonna ride this Saturday
Yep.
in Denmark and Sunday in Sweden.
What's the weather like over there at the moment?
Now I checked today it's like 2-3 degrees.
Okay,
It's still
so
a little bit cold.
So you can't be getting ready in t-shirts.
Yeah.
What's been your favourite food since being in Australia?
Yeah, I love the steak and definitely.
We went crabbing a few times
But
with
yeah.
Elion and it was a disaster.
Yeah.
But it's having you here, it's been great. We're going to miss you a lot. We can't wait to see you return, and we're going to put up some photos now, and we're going to see if you can name what these Australian items are. Okay?
Yes. No.
What's this?
Sausage.
In Australia, what do we call it? Snag.
Okay.
What's this?
Kangaroo.
This?
Koala.
Who's that?
Depot.
What's this?
Grab.
Yeah, how do we call them up? What's
In
special?
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Caranguejo.
Caranguejo. What are these called?
Well, I think a shark, no?
No, they're called budgie smugglers. And what's this called?
I don't know.
Your son love. The guy in Brazil have the little special animal.
In Brazil.
Yeah. Remember he lived near the special.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This not this.
So we found out the Australian name. That's a quokka.
Coca.
Okay. That's all the photos we have for Elion, really. I don't know if you know any other things, but on behalf of us all here at Campton Racing, we're really going to miss you. We can't wait to have you back. You've been an absolute pleasure to do anything with. Your work ethic is, I've never seen anyone work harder than you, the way you do work. You've always got a smile on your face. You've been awesome to the whole team. You've been incredibly to Jace, our apprentice, who's learnt so much of you, and we hope you go back to Sweden and ride hundreds of winners, but then we hope you come back here and ride hundreds of winners as well. So thanks for everything, and now it's time to go and have a beer and we'll take you to the airport.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate everything to you, all the people working the stage. So nice to me. I really feel home here. I really.
No, we're going to miss you, mate. We really are. And we had a couple of drinks and a few pizzas last night for Elion, and he said after one glass of wine, I think I feel a bit dizzy, so we took him home pretty quickly. Have a great weekend, everyone, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you.